Hola, hola. This is your boy Tico, Tren. And this video is going to be about what makes Tico tick. Because I've always been asked this, and people don't seem to get it, nor do people seem to get what actually makes me tick and why I do what I do and why I make the videos I do and the purpose and manner in which I handle myself. If you've ever met me, you would know a couple things. One, I hate stupidity, and I hate people who always want to use ad hominems, or people who don't quite think for themselves, or people who believe a certain thing that they actually don't believe themselves. Kind of like fat acceptance. If you actually believe it, make me believe it type thing. Unfortunately, we have a lot of people who don't seem to get that or understand it about me. And that's what makes me tick. I never argue to agree to disagree. I argue to understand the person. I argue to see where the person is coming from. I argue to see why the person thinks that way. Let it be because of somebody else, outside influences, or inside influences. I argue to find out more about the person in general. This is typically what makes me tick. I don't care what the argument is. I don't care if the argument's morally wrong. I don't care if the argument is morally right. I don't give a damn if the argument's a religious argument. I don't give a damn what the argument is. I just want to learn what makes a person tick. If you've ever noticed anything about me, you will realize that one of the many things I'll do is just play stupid. In most states, or most places, or most cultures, or most in animal kingdom, would be basically just lying in wait before actually, spring the trap or, respond to somebody. That's typically how I always respond. A lot of times I don't have to do that for the fact that I already know how that person is going to think. I know how that person is going to respond, and I know how that person is going to perceive it and take it, because you basically sit there and learn the person enough to know what makes them tick, why they're responding. And a lot of times people respond to me emotionally. This is the reason why I can always respond the way I do without even having to make a video on the spot, because I already know how the person is going to respond to me, because they're responding from a place of emotion. It's very easy to predict somebody who's going to respond from a place of emotion. It's not hard at all. This is typically why I can always, when I was talking about the categorizing of people, that's what I'm talking about. If I know how you're going to respond, if I know you're going to respond based on emotion, I already know what you're going to say. I already know how you're going to respond. I already know I pretty much know the outcome of the argument before you even finish. If you're going to respond logically, then it's much more complicated. But I typically have an idea where you're going, but it's much more complicated than it would be for a person that's going to respond emotionally. A person might be erratic, but at the end of the day, the person is basically the same damn person as everyone else. It's kind of like what I say about the people who say, you don't know me. Anybody that says that is all in the same category. If they fall in the same category as, where have all the good men gone? You don't know me. People who would judge a book by its cover and turn around and judge you by your cover type people. So that's typically how that works. This is Tico, Tren. I'm out.